Hi, it's Jan Johnson, and thank you so much for tuning in. I'm really glad that you did. And today what I'm going to do is talk to you about stories that people tell you and caution you on a couple of things. I got a lot of people in my audience that are actually looking to become a part of a network marketing company. And so I want to make sure that I address those people or that audience as well, but also give you something to help you with your downline and share with them so that they can be aware and cautious of some of the stories that people tell you. And one of the stories that I get a lot is when someone calls me up and says to me, "Oh my gosh, Jan, you've got to get in this business. I've got something that's absolutely phenomenal. You don't have to do anything. We do it all for you. It just builds itself. We'll do your downline, everything is automatic. All you do is join and people are going to be flocking. This thing is going to just explode." Or maybe they'll say something like, "All you have to do is sit at your computer just for a couple of minutes a day. Just look at a couple of things a couple of minutes a day, and then it's going to build a residual for you that'll keep coming in and coming in and coming in." Now, I want to tell you, first of all, when you hear these kinds of things, the first thing I want to say is run, because if it sounds too good to be true, it is. But also, just think about it logically. If all you had to do was just sit in front of your computer a couple minutes a day and residual would come into you, then wouldn't the whole world be doing that? Or would it not be legit? And the thing is that it'll come crumbling down sooner or later. I've seen it happen over and over and over again. And when people tell you that, "Oh, by the way, you don't have to do anything, you don't have to call anybody, you just sit there and it'll build for you," then usually what I ask them is, "Well, if you don't have to do anything, then why are you calling me with this story? Why is it that you're doing this if you don't really have to do anything?" I try to ask them that in a real inquisitive and nice way, but I'm saying, what the heck are you saying here? So think about that. And I want you to share this with your team, because especially if you have someone that's kind of in a lull right now, maybe on your team in their business, and they get contracted, or I should say contacted by somebody that's calling them about one of these so-called "you don't have to do anything" kind of businesses, they might be attracted to it. Depending on the position that they're in, they might be tempted to take their charge card out, or you might be tempted to take your charge card out, depending on the frame of mind that you're in. And I can't caution you enough about this. So pass it on to your team as well. You know, in this day and age, there's so many get rich quick, I need to have it now kind of emotions that people have, that we can get sucked into that. We aren't trained as business people. We are trained to go to work for someone else and be an employee for them, and therefore we don't have it in our DNA, so to speak, to be natural business people. Think of Shark Tank. I really like that show. I'm not a real TV watcher, but I like that show, Shark Tank, where people come on and present their businesses, and you can see how long they've worked on them, how much money they've put into them, and what they have as potential. But think of the varying questions that the different sharks ask them. And you know what? Not every business is for every shark. Sometimes they're kind of fighting over which business to invest in, and sometimes they'll partner up with each other. Sometimes they all want it. A lot of times none of them want it. But sometimes only one wants it because they see something in it that the others didn't, or they have a personal kind of affiliation with what this person is trying to do. So there's a lot of things out there, a lot of different things that people can become a part of, but I can bet you that none of the sharks would ever invest in anything that someone came and said to them, "You don't have to do anything. Just invest your money, we're going to do it all for you, and it'll just happen." They would laugh in the face of that. So put your Shark Tank hat on when you're looking at some of these stories that people tell you. And if this video helped you, then please pass it on. And I really hope that it did. And as always, I'm really glad that you're here. Thank you so much, and have a great day.